Hi everyone, how you doing? I was supposed to film this yesterday, straight after the video I filmed, a Christmas gift video I filmed. But yeah, I sat down just to have a quick break and I got distracted. So yeah, but I'm filming it now. So this, as the title says, is my top 10 main goals, my 2026 goals. So I call them goals because if we make resolutions, then, you know, we all break resolutions. Whereas with goals, I have the shot, like, if I don't fully complete it, that's okay. It was just a goal to try and achieve. So I've got 10 that I really want to try and work on this year. So, yeah. I forgot. I'm just going to write something down because I forgot to write it down. All right. Sorry. So I'm going to start. I've got it all written down of my 2026 goals. So we'll start from just how I wrote them down. So the first thing that I've wrote down is to work more on my health and fitness. And what I mean by that is, like, working more on my health is doing more of what I say I've wanted to do in the last forever years. So I'm going to be more mindful of what I eat and drink, anything that I put into my mouth. Making sure I'm doing everything that doctors tell me to, like the neurologist and the diabetes educator. I got to go back to see the podiatrist for my feet, is to do all that. And the optometrist too. I got to get new glasses because these are like scratched up and that. But I've got to make sure I've got the money for that. Might have to use some of our savings for that because it's a definite need that I'm going to have to do. But I have to just wait until my next appointment, which I think is sometime in the next week or two. I'll have to call them up and double check the exact date of that appointment. Yeah, and then fitness, gotta get out more, like do more exercise and that. Like I started in December. Just doing some simple low impact sort of work. Like I'd be sitting in the recliner and just doing some leg lifts up and like slowly up, holding for a few seconds, going back down, like both alternating legs and that, and doing some other things that I can do sitting there. And then because the recliner, I can recline it back. It's not completely flat like a bed, but it's still fairly flat. Doing some things like when I'm laying on my back, doing some things and some arm movements and that. Once I feel ready in that, and I'll add some actual weights, which I do have. I've got at least 1 kilo weight, but I've got 2 kilo arm weights. Yes, so as that, there's just a message account on my phone from Matthew saying he's finished. So he's on his way home from work, so I better get this finished. So that's mainly for that. I'll explain more as I go during the year. As you know, I'm very messy and unorganized, so my goals is to be more organized. It's going to take me a while, because things take me longer these days with everything that's been happening in the last few years with my broken body. Yeah, with all that, and I'm reducing stuff in my craft room, so not having so much of things. If I miss out on things, there's something I really want craft-wise, and that if I can't afford it, then I'm not getting it. Because I did in October sign back up with Stampin' Up. I've got stuff there as well, but I've got a lot of non-Stampin' Up stuff too that there's some that I'm still going to use. Others I'm just, I say getting rid of, sending to the op shop, and there's some stuff I'm going to send to like a nursing home. That's if they would take it for like activity wise for their residents. So yeah, that's part of that. And because I know starting a couple of different artistic things, I need more room. So yeah, that's the plan. Next we've got, which comes into with that, the new things, that being more creative and productive with being creative. I know with the watercolor and the clay and that, it's going to take me a little time to get used to it and do things and that. But yeah, it's a couple of things, other things I want to do. And there's some other things that later on I'll talk about when I get to them during the year. I would, which is just something may not, probably won't happen, but I've got hopefully have an online store. Hopefully, but this way down, it's not as important as some of the other things. So that may not happen this year, but yeah, it's just, we'll see. And because the new year, I want to try and film more, give you more videos. I'm not sure if I'm going to go back to with cash stuffing, because we're not really doing much. I haven't been doing much for a few months. So we've been putting our money into other things, into getting debt paid off, and next year, well, this year, I've still got to get used to saying this year now, this year's holiday. That's what we're doing. And we've got, the car loan is completely paid off. We have no more debt. Neither of us have any debt. We are debt-free. One of our goals for last year was to be debt-free, and we are. We haven't fully paid off our cruise yet, but we're not going into debt for it. We've got the money there. So we are completely debt-free, which hasn't happened in a long, long time. And I'm so proud of us actually doing that. And yeah, the only reason we were able to really do that was because Matthew changed companies that he worked for. So the old company had to pay him out all his annual leave that he had, and other things. I can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, they had to pay him out. So we were able to, with that, pay the rest of the car loan off. We'd already stopped, and we weren't really stuffing our envelopes because we really wanted to try and get that paid off. And that was before we knew that Matthew was going to be moving to a different company and was going to get the payout from the old one. So yeah, I think we'd got it down to, so it's been about 4 years, I think, since we got the car. Just over 4 years, and it was just over 13,000 the loan. But paying off the loan, then it was costing us $1,000 a year. So you add another $4,000 onto it, almost, that we extra we had to pay off the loan. So that was our main thing, was to do that. That's why the last few months, when I took a break, last couple of months and then I took the break from filming, we've been concentrating more on paying off the car loan. And then it was just a bonus that changed companies. He's still working exactly the same place, exactly the same hours as he was with the other company. But yeah, you got the payout, which is really good. As I said, we are so thankful for that, really, because it just got us out of debt, and hopefully it'll stay like that. Hope we can keep building up our savings as well, for things that come in the future. I'm wondering how long it's going to take this television to die on us. It was actually given to us. Our old television, the last television we had, was given to us by Naomi and Kirk, and it lasted longer than they thought it would. But it just completely died. We had someone look at it and they said it's not even worth trying to fix. You'd be able to get better off getting a new television. And Matthew was talking to one of his work mates, and they said, "Oh, I've got one you can borrow." Borrow. We've had it for over 6 months, probably longer. He hasn't said anything about it, and we're back. So we'll see. By the time he remembers about it, this one will probably be dead. So we'll probably have to get a new TV. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can go at least another, because I don't know how old this was before he gave it to us. Yeah, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll last us a few more years. We'll see about that. All right, now back onto our list. One of the things on the list I have, now that we don't have to worry about the wedding, that's over and done with. We're married now, although I don't have my rings on. I took them off. I take them off to have a shower, because I was going to have a shower, and then I thought, I better film this video before I forget. So I want to do more for and be there for more for Matthew, because he's, with everything that's gone on the last few years with me, with my health and that, he's put a lot of things of himself on the back burner, like. So this year I'm hoping to be able to do things for him and help him more. I want to have more fun. I think because the last couple of years planning the wedding and all that, although people say like it's stressful and everything, that I never found it stressful. So many people couldn't believe how chill I was during the whole planning and in the lead up and on the day of the wedding. I mean, I did get a little bit nervous there at the time. Like, I put Matthew's ring on the wrong finger. I stumbled a little bit with my reading my vows to him. But other than that, everything was great. Couldn't have asked for a better day. Everyone had fun, and that's all we wanted. We just wanted to be a party and for everyone to have fun and enjoy themselves. And that's what's happened. So yeah, and then next I need to get out of the house more, do things, and that going with like the fitness thing. I need to get out and walk more, not just do these little seat exercises that I'm doing sitting down or laying down. So yeah, that's another thing. Even if it's just walking to the one end of the street and back, because where our street is, our house, and then there's the house on the corner. So we're at the end of one street, and if I walk to the other end of the street, that's walking like in an incline, so it's uphill a bit. Even if I just do that, I can start off doing that once a day when I can. Yeah, but if it's a work day, then I won't go because my feet wouldn't be able to handle it. So if I'm working, I'm doing things, I'm on my feet walking, doing things anyway. Yeah, so I won't do it on work days, but if I can at least start off with a couple of times a week, just up to the end of the street and back, that will help me. And if there's days off, I go for a longer walk with Matthew. I'm still iffy about going for walks by myself, so for like longer ones. So if there's a day I feel like doing a little bit longer, I'll make sure it's a day that Matthew can come with me. I just got to build up my let go of some of my hesitancy. I'm just still hesitant to go for bigger walks by myself in case I have a seizure or something happens. So yeah, that's what I want to do. All right, let's get these done. I need to create a daily routine, like waking up and at the same time each day when possible, going to sleep at the same time each night, that sort of thing. And then other things that I've got to do during the day and that, because yeah, I just have to get into some sort of routine and get my body used to it and that, because some days are nights I'm up till the early hours of the morning. Like there's some days where I was 6 a.m. and I hadn't gone to bed, and then I go to bed, I sleep for about 3 or 4 hours, then I'm up again. So I don't get enough sleep. I've got to try and do that, get used to doing that as well. So yeah, I'm gonna at some point this week or over the weekend, I'm going to create a daily routine of things and try to stick to it as best as I can. So yeah, that's that. I'm going to stay off old devices. I stay off of them, but use them less. Use devices less and read more. I've got so many books that are just sitting there that I haven't read or are half read. And those ones that are probably half read, I probably half read them years ago, so I'd have to start again anyway. Excuse me. I'll just have a drink. So, yeah, I've got to do that. Maybe just like, even if it's just one day a week, have a day where no television, no internet or anything, just have one day a week where that's it. And I can maybe even use it just for that time to get more stuck into organising and cleaning, or as I said, reading. That will help a lot. So I'll try and do that. Even if it's just once a fortnight, having that, but I'll try to do it at least once a week. All right, next one, which is the last one that I've got on here, which is spend more money on what I need and spend less on things I don't. So sometimes I struggle, I have to borrow money from Matthew because I've spent money on crap. So, yeah, that's one thing. Like, and as I said, I don't know if I'll be whether I'll go, I should start even just doing one video a week, having one video a week with doing money stuff and that, because a lot of stuff is actually in the bank. A lot of money is in the bank. Well, I say a lot, I mean most of it is in savings in the bank. It's mainly saving up for the 3 months ahead with bills and that, and then which over the last couple of months we've been ignoring, because that extra money because we're fine at the moment with Matthew's pay and everything. We can afford to pay the bills when they come, because we'd put in that extra money we'll put towards the car. So now that that's done, we can start all over, put that money towards those things. Also, I've decided I'm not really going to be doing individual envelopes, stuff in them and then stuff in savings, like stuff in challenges and that. Some of the envelopes will get stuffed separately. The rest, I'm just going to do it the fun way and doing the savings challenges and saving the more fun way. So I'll try and figure out how I'm going to do it and organise it. So I probably won't start, what is this week? So I may film this week. So it's a car. I thought they were parking out the front. They were just doing a U-turn. They always try to, because we've got the gates shut now, they don't as often turn around in our driveway. Because if the gates were open, they'd pull their car halfway in our driveway to go out and do a U-turn. So, yeah. But anyway, that's enough of that. They are all my plans. My goals for 2026. Can't believe it's here already. But yeah, it's been a great year, but it's been a pretty shitty year in some ways. 2025, but I didn't care what else happened in 2025. I just got to finally marry Matthew, and that's all that mattered to me. But now, 2026, I have all these other goals that I'm going to do my best to achieve. And yeah, there's really only one goal on there that I really, number one, am going to focus on, which was number one, was working on my health and fitness. That's number one for me for 2026. And everything else will just come and go as it pleases. All right, everyone, this video has been longer than I thought it would be. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe somewhere down below, press the bell notification, comment, all that jazz, and I'll see you next time. Bye.